Good evening, East Alabama. This is the Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm Namath Pitts. We want to welcome you in on this Wednesday afternoon. We have officially hit the halfway mark of the week. And I got to tell you, it has been a loaded week so far. Certainly one that has been stressful, that's for sure. A lot going on this week. Calhoun County Golf Championship is officially in the books. We did some youth baseball at Alexandria earlier this week. Today, I spent the majority of my day in Oxford covering the Calhoun County track meet. We will have more on that tomorrow. But today, we have a packed show full of Calhoun County golf. We are going to talk a lot about White Plains and the culture of their golf program as their boys won their 6th straight Calhoun County Golf Championship. The girls, well, they lost to Alexandria earlier this year in a tournament by about 40 strokes, but it would be White Plains girls that would get the edge over Alexandria at the county tournament as Coach Chris Randall's boys and girls would win both the boys and girls county championships in golf. So we're going to have highlights of both groups. We're going to be focused on the ones today. Now on Monday when we showed you guys highlights, it was a lot of different golfers around the area. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I followed the ones basically all day long. So if your child is not a one, I apologize. I followed basically the same 8 players for pretty much the whole day with the exception of the first hole. And so, again, mainly our highlights are going to be the ones, which are typically the top golfer from each team according to the coach, or at least they send them out with the other top golfers from other teams. And so we are going to have highlights in just a little bit. We're going to hear from the winning individual, Sawyer Edwards, on the boys' side. We're going to hear from the winning individual on the girls' side, Isabel Rogers. We're going to hear from the winning coach, Chris Randall. So we've got a packed show. I want to remind you to hit that like and follow button on our East Alabama Now page so that you do not miss the Locker Room. We're here every weekday, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. with local content right here in East Alabama. Also want to remind you of our East Alabama Now news, which is tonight at 6:30 p.m. Mike Stedham and Katie Edwards have your local news. John Holder has your weather. And I'll bring you your sports as we take a closer look at the Donahoe Falcons football program this evening as they have now hired a new head football coach. We'll have more on that tonight on our East Alabama Now news. Hey, we start every day with our scoreboard. It has been a busy week for softball at the Calhoun County Softball Tournament. Yesterday was a big day full of elimination games. It was the semifinals games. 2 teams have made the winners finals. The rest are now in elimination. So let's go ahead and take a look at the scores from yesterday. As we go to our scoreboard, we start with a winning bracket semifinals game featuring Coach Hess and the Alexandria Valley Cubs against the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Alexandria scored all 4 runs in the 3rd inning, and that would ultimately propel them over the Yellow Jackets. Christian Hess led Alexandria. Christian Hess went 2 for 3 with a run. Presley Slayton led the team with 2 RBIs. She allowed only 1 earned run in the circle. She pitched all 5 innings, allowing 4 hits, 3 walks, while striking out 5. Alyssa Hunt and Charlie Paris each had 1 RBI apiece. And for Oxford, although Coach McKibben's team lost 4-1, Emma Timms Bareka went 2 for 3, while Kaylin Crosley went 1 for 1 with an RBI and a walk. Ashlyn Burns scored the only run for Oxford as Alexandria wins 4-1. Next up, Coach Rachel Smith's team. They were the number 3 seed. They went head-to-head with the number 2 seed, which was Coach Muncher's White Plains Wildcats. And we've said Kayla Brothers' name a lot this year. Well, yesterday it was Kayla Brothers' 2-run home run that would ultimately lift the Piedmont Bulldogs to a 2-1 win over White Plains. Savannah Smith pitched for the Bulldogs. She pitched all 5 innings of the game. She allowed 4 hits, 1 earned run, and struck out 3 batters. In terms of offensive power, for Piedmont, Amaya Thomas had a hit. For White Plains, Callie Richardson went 2 for 3 with a double. She scored their only run, while Carly Fritz finished with an RBI and a single. Also, Sarah Kay Adams hit a single. Fritz allowed 3 hits and 2 earned runs, walking 3 batters and striking out 10. But Fritz took the loss as Piedmont won 2-1. We moved to elimination round number 1, and the action started with the Pleasant Valley Raiders coach Bryant's team going head-to-head with Coach Brenda Vinson and the Welborn Panthers. And how about this? Pleasant Valley scored 11 runs. All 9 of their starters scored a run or had a hit. That's pretty impressive. Gracie Ward led Pleasant Valley offensively. She went perfect at the plate, 3 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs and a run. Alexa Cramner and Lily Robinson both had an RBI. Kaylee Almerode went 2 for 2 with an RBI. And in terms of pitching, Lily Henry picked up the win. She pitched the first 3 innings. She allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run while walking 2 and striking out 1. And then Haley Lee pitched the final inning, striking out 2 as Pleasant Valley won 11-1. Coach Poe's team got a win over Anniston 7-1. Mackenzie Luna drove in 3 of Ohatchee's 7 runs. She also had a hit in the win and scored. Reese Stewart finished with 2 RBIs, while Tabby Davidson had 1. Luna, Stewart, Brianna Martin, Michaela Brackett, and Alana Fitch each had a hit for the Indians. Jordan Faulkner earned the win pitching. She allowed 1 hit across 3 shutout innings. She allowed 1 walk, struck out 2. Peyton Walker pitched the final 2 innings. She allowed a hit, no earned runs. She did give up that 1 unearned run for Anniston. She struck out 1. For Anniston, though, it's all about building towards the future. Ariana Story and Camaria Thomas each had a hit as Thomas logged an RBI and Aubrey Thomas scored a run. But it was Coach Kendall Poe's Indians that got the win 7-1. Coach Fulmer's team bounced back from their loss to Alexandria as they got the win over Sachs 11-2. And it was a big offensive day from Alana Cooper and Anna Stravinsky, who had 2 hits apiece for Weaver. Stravinsky went 2 for 2 with a double and 2 RBIs. Alana Cooper, she went 2 for 2 with an RBI. Stevie McGinnis finished with 2 RBIs in the win. And who do you guys think pitched? Any guesses? Well, if you guessed Kenley Fulmer, you were right. She picked up the win in the circle. She pitched the game's final 2 of 3 innings. She allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, walked none, struck out 3. 21 of her 23 pitches that she threw were strikes. That's impressive. Only 2 balls. Rayleigh Partner pitched the final inning, allowing 2 hits and 1 earned run while walking 1. And for Sachs, although they lost, Kaylee Miller scored twice for them, and Miani Burton had 2 RBIs. All right, Coach Travis Atchley's team got the win over the Jacksonville Christian Academy Thunder by a score of 15-0. This was a battle of teams in Jacksonville, but it would be the Class 4A Jacksonville Golden Eagles who got the win over Class 1A JCA 15-0. That moves us to our second round of elimination. Pleasant Valley got the win over Jacksonville 11-4. Madison Cromer had a perfect day against Jacksonville. She caught up 6 RBIs as Pleasant Valley stayed alive in the Calhoun County tournament. Cromer went 3 for 3. She had a home run. She had 2 doubles. And I got to tell you, this is a very mature team for Pleasant Valley. One of those veterans is Lily Robinson. She went 2 for 3 against Jacksonville. And for Jacksonville, Dalen Wood went 2 for 2 at the plate with a double and a pair of runs. But it wasn't enough as Pleasant Valley won 11-4. The other elimination game was Coach Kendall Poe's Ohatchee Indians going head-to-head against Coach Fulmer's Weaver Bearcats. Ohatchee took a 4-1 lead in the first inning, and then they just held on to knock off Weaver. Mackenzie Luna led Ohatchee with 2 RBIs in the victory. She had one of the team's 5 hits. Brianna Martin, Savannah Reeves, and Gracie Reed each had a hit and an RBI, while leadoff batter Ellie Carton had a hit and scored a run. For Weaver, it was Peyton Marvesty who went 2 for 2, while Anna Stravinsky had a team-high 2 RBIs. Kenley Fulmer also had a hit, an RBI, and drew a walk at the plate as Ohatchee got the win 6-3. All right, so that is our Calhoun County softball action, which moves us into tomorrow, which tomorrow will be those elimination games, and then we'll have our winter finals game, which basically, if you win the winner's finals game, you're in the championship. And then whoever comes out, if you lose the winner's finals game, you'll play whoever comes out of the elimination bracket. And in order for them to win the county championship, they have to win 2 games on the final day. So if Alexandria or Piedmont gets that win, then they'll only have to win 1 on Friday. If one of them loses, they'll have to win twice on Friday in order to be county champions. So still a lot on the line in terms of the Calhoun County softball tournament. It's not the same way for soccer, though. It's single elimination. You lose, you're done. Well, the finals are set for that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the scoreboard from the semifinals. We're going to start with girls action. We're going to start with the 3rd seed Jacksonville Golden Eagles, who didn't just beat the number 2 seed Sachs Wildcats. They beat them convincingly as the girls of Jacksonville won 9-3. And Kate Walker scored 4 goals for the Golden Eagles. Emerson Weaver had 2 goals and 2 assists. Sarah Slauflau had 2 goals and an assist. and Lexi Page had 1 goal and 1 assist. Alana Cruz and Martinez both scored for the Wildcats, but it was Jacksonville that got the win 9-3 as they advanced to the county championship game. Also in girls action, the number 1 seed Donahoe Falcons, led by Anna Kate Wallace, who scored 3 goals. They also had Zoe Christopher and Erin Turley, who each scored a goal. Laura Lee Church got the shutout for Donahoe as they won 5-0. Donahoe will be playing to win their 7th straight county championship. Just think, Donahoe has won 6 straight girls county championships. They're going for number 7 tomorrow night as they advance to the girls finale. On the boys' side, you see it, Jacksonville girls won, but their boys fell. Number 1 seed Oxford got the win over number 5 seed Jacksonville 8-0. They had a lot of production from a lot of different guys that added 2 goals apiece. Then Kevin Reyes added 1 for himself. Jonathan Martinez, the goalie for Oxford, got the shutout as Oxford advances to the county championship game. Their opponent, well, not only will Erin Turley and the Donahoe Falcons girls be there, but so will the Donahoe Falcon boys. Samuel Johnson, Jack Thomas, Ben Yingling, they all scored a goal as number 3 seeded Donahoe knocked off number 2 seeded White Plains. White Plains failed to score for only the 3rd time this season, as Donahoe boys and girls will both be playing for a county championship tomorrow night at Chakalaka Park. All right, and we are tentatively planning to be at that soccer county championship game tomorrow. I currently have some personal matters that I'm having to attend to at the moment, but the plan is to still be there tomorrow night. But hopefully we'll have highlights of the county soccer championship on Friday. Hey, that's our scoreboard from yesterday. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we go out to Pine Hill Country Club. We're going to be talking Girls County Golf Championship first, and then our final segment will be the boys. So we are just getting started as we continue on the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
We live in a world that moves quickly, and while we are able to connect faster than ever through technology, maybe you've noticed that real connection is hard to come by. Parker Memorial Baptist Church offers you a place to connect, a place to learn more about Jesus and the difference He can make in your life, a place to build relationships with like-minded believers, or maybe discover what it means to be a follower of Jesus Christ. A place to use the gifts and talents God has given you. A place where we love God and we love you. Parker Memorial Baptist Church, 1205 Quintard Avenue, Anniston. Visit our website for details.
Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the Locker Room each and every day. Ted's Floors and Beyond has all your flooring needs, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, or luxury vinyl. They have it for you right there at Ted's. You can go by their showroom there in Anniston, and you can pick out what you like, want, and need, and they can do that there at Ted's. Also, they've got their partnership with Welborn Cabinet and will offer you a complete kitchen or bath makeover. That includes cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, or tile showers. They can get it done there at Ted's Floors and Beyond, and now they offer you work on your outdoor space, whether it's an outdoor kitchen, patio, or living space. They have specially made outdoor tiles and stones that can enhance your outdoor experience. Go by and see them today at their showroom in Anniston on Highway 431, right before you get to Sachs Elementary School, or visit them online at shopteds.com. That is shopteds.com. Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the Locker Room. We continue on this Wednesday afternoon. I told you guys I spent my Monday and Tuesday at Pine Hill Country Club in White Plains, where the Calhoun County Golf Championship tournament was taking place. And we have highlights of the girls' action, but before we get to the highlights, I want to remind you that our highlights are presented by Lindsay Barger of Really Real Real Estate. I got to ask you, it's a simple question. Are you ready to buy or sell? If you're saying, yeah, you know what, Namath, I am. Well, that's great news, because together with Lindsay Barger, we can help make your home dreams a reality. She specializes in home buying, selling, and investing. Whether you want to buy a personal home, buy land to build a dream home, sell a rental home, or buy a home to flip and resell, whatever it is, Lindsay Barger is your friend through it all. I know for a fact that she would love to guide you in the process, so call her today at 256-441-2389. Call Lindsay Barger for all your real estate needs, and do not forget to like and follow her on Facebook and Instagram at lindsaybarger.realtor. All right, let's get into the action. We're going to start with the girls. And right here, we are putting. That is Macy Chandler of Piedmont. She just misses poking that one in. So Macy Chandler from Piedmont is going to finish it off right here. Next up, putting, you see her right there, is Annabelle Page from Oxford. And just like Macy Chandler, she's just going to miss putting that one in. But Annabelle Page is going to end up finishing it off right here for the Yellow Jackets. Next up, county champion Isabel Rogers of White Plains. She won the county tournament a year ago, looking to repeat as the champion again right there. Next up for the Alexandria Valley Cubs is going to be Marley Hedgepath. Or Hedgepath, I apologize if I mispronounce it. We're going to go with Hedgepath. And she's going to put that one in right there. Good job, Marley. And again, these are the ones. So we followed the group of ones. So that's who you're going to see. First up on the tee box, this is hole number 11, is going to be Annabelle Page. Or pardon me, this is hole number 10 on the back nine. That's Annabelle Page. Next up is Marley Hedgepath of Alexandria. Good tee shot for her. Next up on the tee box from White Plains, Isabel Rogers. She's going to have a really good hit as well. Right down the fairway. You can play off of that. The next tee shot, this one's going to struggle a little bit. Macy Chandler didn't get the shot she wanted, as you see it right there, but it still took a bounce and still down the middle of the fairway. Very much playable. All right, Macy Chandler now on the next tee box. You see her right there for the Piedmont Bulldogs. She's going to hit that one down the middle. Marley's going to come right after her for Alexandria. Marley does a good job there as well. Good technique. After her from Oxford's Annabelle Page. Again, these are the ones. So we followed the ones all day long. Isabel Rogers for White Plains, looking to win her second straight county championship. We're going to stay with Isabel Rogers right here. Here's her on the green, putting it in. She shot, I believe it was 4 over on day number 2. Still, though, very much better than anyone else that was on the course with her. Annabelle Page right there for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Here's Marley for Alexandria. Oh, what a putt. Great putt by Marley. She puts that one in. And then the final one on the putting green is going to be Macy Chandler from Piedmont. She's going to put that one in. Counting her, you can see her counting her shots down the course. All right, we got a little par 3 right here. Isabel Rogers going to go a little left, but she gets that one on the green. You see it fall right there, and it's going to bounce off of. But I believe it's stuck. Here's Annabelle Page for Oxford. You can kind of see the ball out in the distance. Went a little right. Marley now on the tee box, looking to get hers on the green on a par 3. You see it right there. It's going to end up rolling up onto the green. And then Macy Chandler, the last one to tee off on the par 3. And she's going to get hers right there close as well. All of them good shots. Now putting, Annabelle Page is going to put it in. Oh, just missed it. You can tell a little frustration right there on that one. But she is going to finish it. All right, Marley for Alexandria. Same thing. And one thing I noticed about this green is this green, it got the best of all of them. All of them had those almost shots. Next up is Isabel Rogers. Is she going to have an almost? No, she puts it in and does what a 1 does. And that's finished the hole strong. And then Macy Chandler is going to put hers in as well. That takes us to our final hole with these group of ladies. Isabel Rogers with a great tee shot. Right down the middle. As good a technique as you're going to find. She's a really good player. Marley for the Valley Cubs. Also, really good tee shot. Good technique. You see the finish right there. She drops it down the middle. Annabelle Page for the Yellow Jackets. Much of the same. All these ladies did really, really well. Had really good technique. And then to final it off will be Macy Chandler from Piedmont. And you see her shot. Just like everyone else, there's a trend there. Hitting it right down the middle. Speaking of those girls, we kind of just mentioned, we followed really 4 girls yesterday. We followed Isabel Rogers from White Plains, who ended up, by the way, she ended up winning it individually. She shot 149 strokes over 2 days. On day one, Isabel shot one over. She shot a 73, and then she shot 4 over. On day two, she shot a 76. For Alexandria, Marley Hedgepeth shot 93 on day one and 96 on day two for 189 strokes. Macy Chandler shot a 98 on day one, shot 106 on day two for 204 strokes. And then for Oxford, Annabelle Page shot an 87 on day one, shot an 83 on day two for 170. So Isabel Rogers had a significant lead on those other 3 girls that she went head-to-head with. So, speaking of Isabel Rogers, the champion, got to tell you, by the way, I'm really proud of Isabel. I got to be her youth pastor for a year, and that was when she was in 7th grade. She's now a senior. I can't say enough about Isabel, not just as a golfer, but as an individual. She is really as good as you're going to find, holds herself to a high standard, is a great golfer, but an even better person, comes from a great family. Her parents, Stacy and Matt Rogers, are 2 incredible people. They pour a lot into her, pour a lot into that program. And so, yeah, you can't say enough about the Rogers family. Really good people. I asked Isabel to just talk a little bit about how she felt like she played over the course of the 2 days at the county tournament.
I feel like I played really well yesterday. I shot 1 over, and then today I played good, but I took a double on 13, and I've kind of made a few bogeys around then. But other than that, I feel like I played pretty steady.
You have some part of your game that just seems to be on fire, and it just goes with you the whole course. And then there's sometimes maybe a club or something that you just can't seem to get a grip on, and then it struggles all day long. So I asked Isabel over the course of the 2 days at the county tournament, what did she feel like was her strength?
Just hitting fairways and greens and 2-putts every time. That was my whole goal, was to hit fairways, hit the green, and then 2-putt. Trying to make pars, just easy pars.
That's a pretty good philosophy there. Hit fairways, 2-putts, hit the greens. I mean, that is a recipe for success. Isabel, though, was not the only individual champion. Her teammate Sawyer Edwards won the boys' individual championship. So I asked Isabel to just talk a little bit about not only being the only champion from White Plains, but being joined by Sawyer Edwards, who won the boys' side.
Yes, it's cool because we're both friends and we're both seniors, so it's really cool to win it with him. So
Isabel's had a lot of success. She's looking, obviously, to finish as one of the top individual golfers in the state. Wants her team to finish as one of the top teams the rest of the way. And I can't believe we're already about halfway through the season already. But here's Isabel Rogers talking about her goals individually and as a team for the rest of the season.
I want to make it to state as an individual. I want to win sectionals. I want to win them all. So, yeah. And as a team, I'd like to just make it to state. So
she just wants to win them all. Again, pretty good philosophy there, Isabel. Winning is a nice thing. It's something that I don't think anybody wants to lose. Everyone wants to win. She played 2 great days of golf at Pine Hill. Very much deserved. Congratulations to Isabel Rogers on beating everyone else that she went head-to-head with in the tournament. We talked with Chris Randall, the head coach of White Plains. You see, these girls, they played Alexandria in a tournament earlier this year, and the girls lost by about 40-plus strokes. That's a pretty big margin. So for them to come back and defeat Alexandria in the county tournament, that's pretty impressive and says a lot about this team, because I think a lot of people expected Alexandria girls to be the one to finish on top. But it was White Plains who came in and got the job done and got payback for losing a year ago and got payback for losing in a tournament earlier this year. So here's Chris Randall talking about White Plains edging out Alexandria.
And, in a lot of ways, other than the state tournament, this one means the most because, basketball is different. It's so competitive and it's so emotional, and you're so, golf is like, this county golf has turned into a deal where it's almost like it's one big golf family. I mean, we pull for Alexandria, and we respect their coaches so much and their kids, and we play so many tournaments together, and they've got the best of us this year, and they've kind of been what we're shooting for. And for our girls to get it back, to get the county championship back, it means a lot to them. But for the girls to win it, I really think they wanted it from Coach Matt Rogers, and Isabel's dad, who's our assistant coach, and he spends a lot of time with them, and he's just we're not us without him. Most guys that coach their daughters or sons, they focus on their child. He didn't do that. He coaches his daughter, but he didn't coach her any harder than he coaches the other 10. And he takes them to raise. He loves them, and he cares about them on and off the course. And so I really believe the girls wanted it bad for Matt, and they're happy to win it.
Congratulations to the White Plains girls on winning the Calhoun County Championship. Congratulations to Isabel Rogers on being the low medalist individual as she took the championship individually on the girls' side. Hey, we are not done. Isabel Rogers was joined by Sawyer Edwards, her teammate. We're going to have more on Sawyer Edwards in just a minute and more on the boys' side as we continue our coverage of the Calhoun County Golf Championship. I'm Namath Pitts, and we'll be right back on the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space? Whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down, our quality tile and stone combined with our expert craftsmanship will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
We continue on the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm Namath Pitts. We want to welcome you in on this Wednesday afternoon. I want to remind you to hit that like and follow button on our East Alabama Now page so that you do not miss the Locker Room. We're here every weekday, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. We pick up back on our coverage of the Calhoun County Golf Championship. We talked about the White Plains girls. We talked about Isabel Rogers. Both of those came out on top. We now transition over to the boys' side. We have more highlights presented by Lindsey Barger of Really Real Real Estate. So let's get back out to Pine Hill. We'll start with this chipping by Chip. Oh, Chip. You just missed it, buddy. That is Chip right there from Oxford, and he about chipped that one in. I could just keep going with the chip and chip and chip and chip and chip. There's Chip putting, though, and he had an impressive day for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Noah Farmer for Piedmont. He missed that one just by a little bit. He's going to finish it off, though, because Noah Farmer's going to put it in. And I believe this is actually the threes right here. We got them to start the day. Right after him is going to be from White Plains. That's Wyatt Cotney, and he just missed it. All of them just struggled, just missing, just barely missing putting it in. He's going to finish it off, and that is going to bring us to Fisher Pritchard of Alexandria. We interviewed Fisher a couple weeks ago on the show. Going to line a shot up. I think he likes what he sees. Going to do a little practice swing. Going to step up now, real thing. No pressure. Fisher, he's going to put it in. All right, now we go to the tee box following this same group. We go to tee box number 10. There's Fisher Pritchard. He's going to hit one. He's not a bad shot. Next up is Noah Farmer for Piedmont. He's going to sit his right there just a little right. Now we got my boy Chip. got some clean gear. I like that hat. Chip, though, on a little right, and then Wyatt Cotney is going to tee it off next. All right, we now transition to the twos. Here's Cam Hurst of White Plains. He would end up being the second highest individual, right behind his teammate Sawyer Edwards. Now we have Braden Cochran of Oxford. He would tie with his teammate in terms of who was the top. Here's Jacob McCurdy of Piedmont. And then finally from Alexandria, their number 2, Jamarcus Stokes. And now that takes us to the ones, where we will follow them the rest of the way. Here's Cohen Picton of Oxford. Just missed it. You could tell he has a little bit of a, really? All right, Cohen Picton's going to put that one in. Next up, Sawyer Edwards from White Plains. Money. He's the champion for a reason. What a good putt by Sawyer Edwards. Next up, Carson Chandler from Donahoe, the only golfer for Donahoe. He's going to put that one in. Great putt by Carson Chandler. And then finally, the one from Alexandria, Cleet Forrest. He's going to put his just short, but he's going to finish it off and get it in. And he got better as the day went on. He finished strong. He told me when I wasn't around he did good. Here's Carson Chandler from Donahoe. Pretty swing, pretty technique, pretty bag, even though I'm an Alabama fan. But you know what they say, come to the sip. All right, here's Sawyer Edwards from White Plains. We shared this one on our page yesterday. Cleet Forrest from Alexandria. And have a good iron shot right there. He ends up hitting his next shot, which was a chip. Here's Cohen Picton chipping from just off the green. Can it get there? Is it going to get there? Is it going to get there? Go, ball, go. Oh, just missed it. But not too long of a putt. He's just going to look at this. Just missed it. That chip, just missed the putt. Finally going to put it in. A little bit of bad luck there for Cohen Picton. Sawyer Edwards already had one good putt. Money. This dude just doesn't miss. He hits that one as well as he maintains his lead over his teammate Cam Hurst. There's Carson Chandler, who puts that one in for the Falcons of Donahoe. Takes us to our next tee box. Sawyer Edwards, pretty swing, pretty technique. That's a par 3 he's going to put on the green. Cohen Picton, I just love that. Love that technique and form. Just let the golf club drop a little bit. Here's Carson Chandler of Donahoe. Great swing as well. Everybody knows his dad. His dad's a really good golfer. And then Cleet Forrest as well on the par 3 as he's going to have his shot go a little over where he wanted. But Cleet Forrest, I got to say, he had a really strong ending to the tournament. Ended up getting a couple birdies. He says that I bring the wind with me. Every time he sees me, it gets real windy. But Sawyer Edwards would end up winning the individual championship. He just held off his teammate Cam Hurst by 2 strokes. Sawyer Edwards shot 68 on day 1, so he shot 4 under on day 1, shot a 73 on day 2, so it means he shot 1 over. So he shot a 141 between 2 days. His teammate Cam Hurst shot a 143 over 2 days. For Oxford, Cohen Picton and Braden Cochran both tied each other with 149 strokes. Picton shot 75, which is 3 over on day 1, shot a 74, which was 2 over on day 2. Cochran did the opposite. He did 2 over on day 1 and 3 over on day 2. For Alexandria, Cleet Forrest shot a 164. He shot 88 over on day 1, shot 76 over on day 2. And then from Piedmont, we just did White Plains, Oxford, Alexandria, and then Donahoe's Chandler, who, by the way, was an individual. So he didn't have any teammates that joined him, but still played really well, finished in the top 15. It was Carson Chandler from Donahoe. All right, we talked with the winner, Sawyer Edwards, who won the county championship his sophomore year, came up short last year to Nick Monroe from Weaver, but came back to win the county championship again his senior year, held off his teammate Cam Hurst by 2 strokes. Here's Sawyer Edwards talking about how he felt like he played over the course of 2 days at Pine Hill Country Club.
Played really good yesterday. I had one bad hole yesterday, and today I just played a decent front 9. I mean, some sloppy holes. Back 9, I got really sloppy there for a while, and luckily enough, made a couple putts to end it.
The best part of the game for Sawyer Edwards over the course of 2 days at Pine Hill seemed to be his driver. He had a really good day driving the ball, so here he is talking about what he felt like was his strength at the county tournament.
I drove it really good. I hit the driver good. Wedges were pretty bad. Putting was okay.
Sawyer Edwards just edged out Cam Hurst to win the individual championship. Cam Hurst lost by 2 strokes, but Sawyer Edwards had much respect and praise for his teammate. Here he is talking about Cam Hurst.
Man, he's going to be a stud. I mean, I'm telling you, he's something special. 10th grader to put in something like that, that shows you. I mean, he's got it, man. He's not far off, and he's going to do something.
Sawyer Edwards has all the potential in the world to be an individual state champion when the season is said and done. So here he is talking about his goals for an individual, but also his goals for his team down the stretch.
Well, we got sub-state and state and sectionals coming up, so I mean, we're all playing pretty good at the same time, so maybe we can go win a state championship.
Sawyer Edwards was the individual champion, but his team also won the team championship, and that makes it 6 straight county championships for the White Plains boys golf team. Here's winning coach Chris Randall talking about 6 straight. That is a lot, guys. 6 straight county championships. Here's Chris Randall with more.
Yeah, it's 6 straight for the guys, and it's kind of our former players that come out and watch the guys and play golf with the guys. They really put pressure on the boys to keep the streak going. They don't want to be the ones to lose it. And so Ethan McAreath, our 5 guy, shot 74 today. To come back and shoot that was big. Sawyer holds on and beats Cam. We finished 1-2. It's just a total team effort, and the guys stayed steady. And we got off to a great start. About 2/3 of the way through the round, we were 1 under as a team, and we finished 4 over. But in the wind and the conditions today, I think we may have finished 6 over. That's hard to beat. I think we shot 294. So we're really proud of that number, and hopefully this will kickstart us into the postseason. But if we had to win one tournament of the year other than the state tournament, we want to win the county and keep that county championship in White Plains.
There's no question that Chris Randall has one of the best golfers in the state of Alabama. Everybody knows that. His name's Sawyer Edwards. But what people may have realized that Chris Randall may have one of the next best players in the state of Alabama, and probably arguably one of the best players when you say his high school career is said and done, and that guy's name is Cam Hurst. He came out and put on a clinic at the county championship game. Chris Randall knows what he's got in Sawyer Edwards. Well, here he is talking about the potential for Cam Hurst.
I think Cam can end up being one of the best players we've ever had, and I think right now we have 7 former players that are playing in college, and I expect Cam to be another one. Of course, Sawyer will play next year, but this was Cam's first ever round in a tournament under par, and he stayed so steady. Last year, if he had a bad hole or a bad break, he would turn one mistake into 2 or 3, and now it's learning. His composure is so much better, his poise, and I just can't say enough about how he competed. He's grown as a young man, and he's going to have a bright future, and I really think he's the guy to beat next year.
6 straight county championships for the White Plains boys. Congratulations to Coach Chris Randall, boys and girls, for winning the county championship. Congratulations to Sawyer Edwards, and congratulations to Isabel Rogers on finishing the top individual finisher for both the boys and girls. And overall though, hey, good golf all around. Although White Plains might have won both, Alexandria still has a very, very talented girl group, and certainly going to make a push towards a state championship later this season, in my opinion. And then for Oxford boys, hey, they, Picton and Cochran played really well. Outside of Isabel Rogers, the all-county team is 15 golfers. So all-county was Isabel Rogers from White Plains, Nephea Foster from Alexandria, Jasmine Stokes from Alexandria, Maylee Stewart from White Plains, Avery Prickett from Alexandria, Annabelle Page from Oxford, Rachel Gaddis from White Plains, Madeline Faulkner from White Plains, Alana Prickett from Alexandria, Allie Presley from White Plains, Cameron McElroy from White Plains, Mallory Hill from White Plains, Marley Hedgepeth from Alexandria, Melody Kirkpatrick from Piedmont, and Macy Chandler from Piedmont. That was your all-county tournament top 15 finishers for the girls. For the boys, all-county was Sawyer Edwards from White Plains, Cam Hurst from White Plains, Ryder Hudgens from White Plains, Braden Cochran from Oxford, Cohen Picton from Oxford, my boy Chip. We talked about Chip. You've seen his Chip right there. Boy Chip made all-county. Wyatt Cotney from White Plains, Ethan Turner from White Plains, Caden Wood from Piedmont, Jamarcus Stokes from Alexandria, Fisher Pritchard from Alexandria, Ethan McCarrath from White Plains, Jay Whaley from Oxford, Ty Roberts from White Plains, Score Bussey from Oxford. Those individuals all finished right there in the top. Carson Chandler from Donahoe. So those individuals over the course of 2 days finished over in the top 15 of both sides. So congratulations to all the golfers for a great tournament. We appreciate the great hospitality from Pine Hill Country Club and from all the teams, and I look forward to continue covering teams as we continue throughout the season. Hey, that's going to do it for us today. I hope you'll join me back here tomorrow on the Locker Room, same time, 5 p.m., where we'll be talking about the Calhoun County Track and Field Meet at Choccolocco Park. We'll have more on that tomorrow. Other than that, have a great Wednesday night. Stay safe. God bless. I'm Namath Pitts, and thank you for watching the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.